Howdy. So I'm Mrs. Korn. I'm with the certification office. I'm sure you guys have seen me, gotten emails from me, so forth. As you know, we are in a time crunch today. We have to get out of this room quickly. So I'm going to run through my little spiel pretty quickly, but this will be posted on the clinical teaching website. So you will have it to refer back to. And as always, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. That is the best way to reach me, okay? All right, ready, set, go. Uh-oh. Okay, so you guys are already taking your content test, all right? Okay, if you haven't, you need to do that pretty quickly. Okay, so we're going to follow the same chart as we have been all along. You can see now you're getting to the end of the line, which is the pedagogy exam. So I need you guys, before the end of the semester, we just picked May 15th as a pretty easy date. Fill out the form to take your PPR exam. This is the exact process you went through for your content exam. So submit the form, give me a couple of days, and then it will appear in your Pearson account. You don't have to take the exam now. We just like you to get this step done, because once you leave here, you're going to forget all about us. You're going to go have a great summer, and then you're going to be ready for clinical teaching, and you'll probably forget this step. So you can do it now, or you can wait. But it's on the same line. Fill out the form, and then you'll register in your Pearson account. This test has to be passed before you get certified. So there's no rush. You've got between now and graduation to do it. But since you do have the summer, that's a really good time to take care of that. Okay, the last step up there, apply for certification. You will do this after your final observation with your university supervisor. That is going to be sometime in November. You will not complete this application for certification until you've had your 4 observations. The certification portion of all of your work is going to be, well, it'll all start actually at graduation, okay? You're going to have a letter of intent when you get ready to apply for jobs. There's a form on the website. It is the certification information form. I know you can't see it, but it's number 1. Click on that link, fill that out for me. You need to do that by October 15th. The following week, starting on the 16th, within a week, I will email you your letter of intent. This is what you're going to use when you start applying for jobs. You will attach this to your job application, and it basically says that you are a student at Texas A&M. You are in good standing with us. We anticipate that you're going to graduate in December. Once you've passed all of your exams, we will certify you, okay? You will also do your application through your Teal account. There is a hyperlink on here that will walk you through all of the steps for application, and that is going to include an exit survey that TEA requires and your fingerprinting. So your fingerprinting doesn't get done until your application. All right? When you apply for certification, you're going to pay a $77 fee, and that goes to the state. If you're applying for more than one area, such as do we have any special ed people in here? No? Bilingual? Okay, so bilingual, you're going to have your core subjects and your bilingual supplemental, but you'll only pay the $77 fee one time. Okay? Does that make sense? And then you're going to complete the exit survey. The survey is required by TEA. It is part of our accreditation status. So when you take this survey, treat it like an important piece, because it really is. It goes online when other people are searching for universities to attend and educator preparation programs. They go and review these results. So I know you're going to be proud to put your former student sticker on your back of your car and tell everybody how proud you are to be a graduated Aggie. Take pride in your education here too. Make sure and tell them if we did a good job and what we excelled at. And don't forget all of the things that you've learned throughout the course of your training. When you're doing your application, you'll be prompted to start the fingerprinting process. You'll pay a fee to TEA that also goes to DPS and FBI, and that is primarily for the background check. And then you're going to get an email, and it's going to come from Identigo, and it's going to have a code in there and a website. You'll go to that website. You'll set up an appointment to go have your fingerprinting done. When you show up there that day, you pay them $10 more. So it's a two-step process. You're going to pay TEA, you'll get the email, you'll register again, and then you go do your fingerprints. If you've had your prints done because you have subbed in a public school, you've worked at an after-school program, a daycare, something of that nature, and you think your fingerprints are already on file, before you pay, call TEA and ask them. All they're going to say is, give me your TEA ID number. They're going to look it up. They'll say, yes, they're here. And then you're done. You can skip this step. If they say, nope, we don't have them, then of course you'll have to do that. Any questions about the fingerprinting? All right. So you won't remember this. I'll tell you again later, but I cannot certify you until you have graduated. Please do not email me and ask me to do it sooner. I will not respond. I will delete your email. The school districts know this. They get anxious. They want to get it over with. They want to get you to sign a contract. They want to get it done, get it to the school board, and they're going to say, oh, they'll do it. They'll do it. No, we won't. It is a law, and I don't look good in orange. So I'm not going to jail for y'all. Okay? I start usually the Tuesday after graduation. It takes about that long for the A&M to put the degrees in Howdy and for me to be able to see them. So I start going through those. If you're missing anything, if you haven't passed a test, if you haven't done your fingerprinting, if you have not applied, if you owe the library a fine, if you have an outstanding parking ticket, I'm skipping you. I will send you an email. You're going to graduate in December. I'll send you an email in January. Hey, you're missing something. Here's what it might be. Let me know when you get it taken care of. Okay? It's going to be really important for you guys that you have all that done, because you're probably going to get hired. And the school district's going to want you to start January 2nd. Everybody's going to be closed for the holidays. So the sooner you get all your stuff done, graduation rolls around, I get it done, everybody has a Merry Christmas. Okay? If you get hired during your semester and somebody says, hey, we want to hire you as soon as you graduate, shoot me an email. I make a list of people that have job offers, and I do those folks first, just to ensure that you're ready to go on January 2nd. Okay? But don't ask me to do it early. Okay, and you'll get an email from TEA once I have recommended you, so you will know that it's done. They don't mail you anything. You can go in there and print out a copy of your certificate if you want it, or if a district asks for it. Just because you graduate doesn't mean you're getting certified, right? We all know that. Just because you pass all your certification tests doesn't mean you're going to graduate. We know that too, right? You guys are going to have the option to add your ESL. And if you're a 4 through 8 person, you'll have the option to add ESL and core subjects. But you'll only be certified in the area of your degree. Does that make sense? So if you are early childhood, the only thing on your initial certification will be core subjects. If you are a 4 through 8 person, it will only be your 4 through 8. After graduation, you will go to the TEA website, and you can always ask me for this, or you can go there and search. You will add those, and it's done by certification by exam. All you do is go in, reapply. So sadly, you got to pay that $77 again. You pay that. You click on all the tests that you've already passed. You click submit, and automatically it adds any test that you've already passed to your initial certification. Does that make sense? Now, if you're going to take another test, so if you're a 4 through 8 person and somebody wants to hire you to teach 8th grade math or 9th grade math or even 7th grade math that counts for a high school credit, believe it or not, we already have that. If you need to take the 7 through 12 exam in your content area, math, English, whatever it may be, you don't have to request approval from me anymore. Once you have been certified, once you are a certified teacher in Texas, you can take whatever test you want. You just go to the Pearson website, and when that drop-down box comes up, it'll have every test that the state offers. So you can just register and take the exam. Once you've passed it, you just go back and add it in again. Okay? So if you are going to take additional exams, you probably want to take those exams and then go add them all at one time so you're not paying that $77 over and over. Does that make any sense? Okay. And again, if you have questions about this, you can always email me. I'm always happy to help get you through that process. Okay, PPR. You can start taking that now. You'll want to practice. There are free practice exams with T-Cert and on the Pearson website. There's a free one on Pearson, and there's also one that costs $10, and it's an interactive one. It's kind of better, but it costs $10. So, and then you can always use the promo code for Certified Teacher to buy the PPR exam and study that way. But again, you need to have this taken before you graduate, before you get certified. You can take it anytime now until graduation. Just remember, if you can't register, you probably didn't remember to fill out that form, okay? Here is my email. We are currently in Heaton Hall, but we are moving to the first floor of Harrington. So while you guys are still on campus, we will be moving in the next, we think a couple weeks. We're not real sure. Best way to reach me is email, especially during the summer and when you guys are gone in your classrooms and doing great things. Always send me an email. I'm happy to help walk you through. Any questions about this part of it? Yes, ma'am.
Can we fill out the letter of intent form now?
Absolutely. She said, can you fill out the letter of intent form now? Yes, you can do that now. It is the certification information form. Fill it out now, but I won't send your letter until October, okay? And whatever email address you put on there, please make sure it's not your A&M email. If you can give me a Yahoo, a Gmail, something like that, that way we can reach you after graduation if we need to. And that is also the email address that your letter will be sent to. Any other questions? Yes.
Can we get that PowerPoint sent to us?
I will not send it to you, but it will be on the clinical teaching website, so you can go back there for a resource. Any other questions? All right, I'm done. Happy long weekend. Have a good time. Next is Mr. Justin Smith. Y'all, he's retiring. So take a good look at him. This one, forward.
Howdy. All righty, so, I may not need this. I may need this. Hold on. Okay, so I didn't put my name up there because I'm going to be leaving soon. If I'm on the calendar on Navigate, by all means, you can set up an appointment to see me. but just wanted to make sure at the present time, these are the advisors. You have their addresses, emails, and stuff like that. So everybody is required to come by to visit with their academic advisor to be cleared. So the secondary folks that are getting certified in math and science, etc., I would recommend, A, you meet with your primary advisor, but none of you will get your teaching placements until you visit with our advisors. So if you don't come in a timely fashion and during the second clinical teaching meeting later this semester, if you have not come by, as you realize from Mr. Korn, we're still located in Heaton Hall, but in February we will be in Harrington Tower, which everyone should know where that is. We're on the first, right? We're on the first floor, and normally when you go through one of the main doors, we would be to, well, on one side we'd be to the left, the other side would be to the right. Does that make sense? But you can only come through the side door, which is next to the trash cans. So that's the door that you will come in if you set up an appointment for February. We would, in a perfect world, we'd like to see each and every one of you by the 7th of February. We realize that because we're going to get this almighty rush of students, probably a few of you will not be able to meet that deadline. That is fine, but we better see you shortly there afterwards. All coursework must be completed prior to clinical teaching. With very few exceptions, there might be a handful of students who still need one class in the summer. That is fine. It's actually not fine, but we will allow that. We don't want to interfere with you graduating, but everything has to be completed. No classes can be taken with clinical teaching. That's a rule. We will remind you about this, but those of you that are in early childhood will register for TEFB 426. This is the same for everybody. If you're staying locally within 35 miles, it's section 500. You go off at a distance like Houston or Dallas, it's section 550. If you are middle grades and or if you are 7th through 12th grade math or biology, you will register for MEFB 497. Same thing. Local section 500, distance 550. Those of you that are on financial aid, now remember this, that probably 2/3 of you are getting some kind of financial aid. I would recommend you visit with the financial aid office because they will make you register for 12 hours. That means you'll be paying for 12 hours. Remember, most of you might be going home, and hopefully your parents or family will not charge you rent, will not charge you for room and board. Got it? So think about that and how much money you receive, and make a determination whether to register for 6 or 12 hours. They'll help you with that process. 6 hours will be about $2,600, $2,700. 12 hours will be about $5,000. So I might be off by a couple of hundred, but you understand that I'm trying to give you kind of an idea of cost. Some of the students that need 9 hours, if you're like an Aggie teach and you have an elective that you still need to do, probably having spoken to your primary advisor, you can register for a 9-hour clinical teaching, and that's TEFB 429, section 500 or 550. But 99% will do 6 or 12 hours. So if you Google on the TAMU website verification of full-time enrollment, because some of your family will ask you, well, you're only enrolled in 6 hours. A&M considers that full-time only because you are in clinical teaching. So if a student is doing a paid internship, a cooperative, or clinical teaching, regardless of the number of hours, you're considered full-time. That is mainly for like driving insurance and health insurance and stuff like that that your parents may ask you for. So there's a form on the TAMU website. If you go into verification for full-time enrollment, it's just a little page that you can print off and give to them. The federal government and people that give you loans do not consider 6 hours full-time. That's why we have that 12 hours. There it is mentioned again. We are thrilled that you are getting your degree. If you decide that you wish to continue and earn a master's, we have a variety of them available in our department, all under the umbrella of curriculum and instruction. And you can get in touch with Dr. Sharon Matthews or TLAC Gant, which is just a generic email for the graduate office. Does anybody have a quick question for me regarding clearing or clinical teaching? The 2 or 3 of you that are bilingual, you'll probably go through, of course, Christy Porter. Everybody else who is pre-K through 6, 4 through 8, and 7th through 12th grade, especially through Aggie Teach, College of Science, College of Agriculture, will come through the undergraduate advisors that I listed on the first slide. Anybody have a question? Yes, ma'am.
So when you said if we have, if like we get
So that's a good question. Everybody goes, well, what am I, do I have to work twice as hard? Do I have to do 80 hours of field work? Because, you know, when you're in the field, it's 40 to 50 hours a week for 14 weeks, which Mary Ronsonet will tell you about. It is just the additional 6 hours won't go towards anything and won't count towards anything pretty much. It's just to say that you're a full-time student. So financial aid encompasses these things. Pell Grant money from the federal government, Texas grant money from the state of Texas, unsubsidized loans, subsidized loans, and academic scholarships. They're all financial aid. If you receive an academic scholarship through the College of Education, and your parents or you can afford to pay the 6 hours because you're not paying room and board, that will still pay off. So they will still give you money through the College of Education. However, instead of getting the money like ahead of time, they will pay it out after the 12th class day. So they'll release the money on the 12th class day. So 12 hours just means that you're enrolled full time. You don't have to do anything additional. Is that okay? Does that answer? Anybody else? Quick question? Guys, I wish you well. I've had a wonderful time at A&M University, and if I can be of any help, let me know. Have a great day.
Howdy, guys. Does everyone have a form? Okay, please hold on to that until the end of the meeting. We'll be collecting those. Okay. So as everyone was saying, my name's Mary Ronsonet. Ms. Parrish is actively moving our offices today to Harrington. So that will be our shared email address for clinical teaching correspondence. Anything certification-wise will go to Misty Korn. Anything clinical teaching-wise comes to us, okay? So there are two options for clinical teaching. One is considered local. That's within 35 miles of A&M campus. So we are currently partnering with North Solch, Iola, Caldwell, Mumford, Snook. We do use Browning College Station as needed, okay? So whenever you're out there, please know, as it states at the bottom, if you were placed in one of those outlying local districts for clinical teaching, there will be at least 3 of you for carpooling. You will not be alone. On our distance, that's anything more than 35 miles. That's your Houston area, San Antonio, Dallas. We partner with 84 school districts. Right now, we are collecting all of those agreements, so we might have more than 84 for you guys to choose from for this fall semester. They are going to be listed on the application, but that can change. If they are listed now, come in the fall, if we're not able to receive placements in time, they might come off, which would mean you would go to your second option, which is something you'll rank on your application. Okay? We send your applications from our office to the districts. They're going to place you with a mentor teacher, and we will have the supervisor hired and trained from our office. That will be your first point of contact. We want you to contact your cooperating teacher as soon as you receive your placements. You receive it in May. August 1, we say, hey, Ms. Smith is no longer going to be your cooperating teacher. Guess what? Thank you, Ms. Smith. And you're going to contact your next cooperating teacher. Hi, my name's Jane. I'm going to be your clinical teacher for the fall, and I'd love to come and meet you. Okay, so please know, be flexible. Things change over the summer. Teachers don't sign contracts. They move. Life happens. Okay, same thing with you guys. If you guys are initially wanting to go to Houston, life happens over the summer. You need to move home, take care of your grandmother, your dad, your uncle. And now instead of Houston, you got to go to San Antonio. Let us know, but be mindful of those initial placements. Thank you. Unfortunately, my placement's not going to work out. Now I'm going to go and contact my new cooperating teacher. Okay? As I stated earlier, we are collecting the partnership agreements as we speak. They are due at the end of this month. So once all of those are added to the application, we will send out an email to all of you with how to apply. If your district that you want to go home to is not on the application, contact us and let us know. The caveat is it has to be more than 35 miles from a partnering district. We're not adding to Houston. We're not going to add to Dallas because we have so many partnering districts already. Okay, any questions so far? Great. Your placement can default to local if you do not submit everything on time. That includes information to our office or even to a district that you choose. If they ask you to do a background check and you wait until the day before clinical teaching, guess what? You're not going home. You're coming back local. Then you're going to start late because now you have to be cleared locally. So please, if you get an email, take care of it. Phone call, text. Please take care of it. Be on time. If you are on a growth plan for senior methods, you will be placed local. And again, local is within 35 miles of Bryan College Station. Here's what the placements are impacted by. So you will have an option to rank. You can tell us your life story on your application. If all of these are not met, we can't place you in the ideal situation, okay? If you want a 5th grade math and you're staying local, we might not have a 5th grade math in Bryan College Station that we're going to place you with. We'll place you out in Franklin because we have a great 5th grade math teacher out there that your application and their application just mesh so well, okay? So any questions about this slide right here? Okay. You signed off today on your paperwork that I handed to you. You understand that you must pass your primary content exam by the day listed. Okay? That is something that we need, I think later on down the slides, we need to make sure you understand that. On the application, the last piece here says special considerations. If you don't have a car, if you are close to this campus in Katy ISD and you're choosing Katy, if you don't tell us, we don't know. Does that make sense? Okay, child care. I have a young child. I need to be close to campus because I'm in an organization at A&M. Things of that nature. If you don't tell us, we don't know. Supervisors are hired and trained by our office. They have to be T-test certified. So that's what you're going to be recognized as a first-year teacher. They're going to go through the T-test. So we're going to get you prepared for that in clinical teaching. You're going to be rated on that throughout the whole fall semester. Okay? We will have a training available for all hired supervisors online for them to go through, and they will be your first point of contact. If they don't have a supervisor in a district, we're going to contact you and say, I'm sorry, your hometown that you chose as option 1 does not have a supervisor. We're now going to move to your second choice. And that district will come completely off of our application. On the application, once we get all of the districts ready, we'll send you the link. But these are the things that we're going to need from you. We need your email to be your A&M email address because you are still enrolled here. If you are I'm sorry, that's irrelevant. I was going to say if you don't have an A&M email address, but everyone here should have one at this point. Is that correct? Okay, great. Certification area. If you were secondary, please let us know what program you're enrolled in. And if you are in science, math, if it's science comp or science biology, we need to know that so that we can place you in your correct content area for clinical teaching. You're going to rank your top 3 districts. For local, you're going to rank all of them from your first choice to your last choice. If you're going distance, you get 3 choices. You are also going to rank your top 2 grade preferences and your content so that we can try to give you what you feel most comfortable in for clinical teaching. The zip code, again, if you live near a school, it's easier for the district to know, hey, this teacher lives across the street versus we're going to put you in a campus that's 2 hours away because our district is so large. We don't know, we can't help you. Please give us all the information that you can to get you placed in the ideal placement. Questions, comments? Yes, ma'am.
So say I'm 4th grade math science. So if there's a middle school and also a junior high in that area, but say that you really specifically wanted the middle school over the junior high or something, are you able to specify that, or would you just put in the zip code and then I would be placed in one of those 2?
So you can put the zip code where you're living, and you can put the campus preference in your special considerations. If you know a teacher that you would like to be placed with, you can put the teacher in the special considerations. But if you're going to a different district, that's up to the district to place you. So the more information you can give us on your application, including the special considerations section, the better. If you are 4 through 8, you need to be in a 4 through 8 classroom. You cannot be in EC3, and you cannot go 9 through 12. You have to be in your certification area. Does that help? Okay. Anyone else? Okay, moving right along. Whenever you're local or distance, more so local, we will not place you back where you were before. If you were in kinder, you're not going back to kinder. If you saw 5th grade science, you're not going back to 5th grade science. So don't preference it thinking it's okay. It won't happen. Okay, guys? We want to make you more marketable for whenever you go to that job fair. You can say, I've seen 3, 4, 5 different settings. I know what this 5th grade math is like, and I know what this 8th grade science is like, or a PK class and a 4th grade testing class. Okay? Special considerations again, tell us what we need to know. We're going to have 4 questions. Everything's being edited right now, so as soon as it's available, please make sure you proofread again before you hit submit. Okay? If your application is incorrect or not complete, and we download everything ahead of time, you're late. Late, again, could mean that you were placed local if you wanted to go back home. So once that date and that email is sent out and you're told to do your application by whatever date it is, please be sure everything is ready for us. And if things change after that, contact us as soon as you know. Okay? If you hit submit before the due date and you want to make changes, you don't have to email us. Just submit a new application. Your newest one will be the one that we consider, and we will remove your old one. Just that easy. Can you request a specific school or teacher? Absolutely. There's no guarantee, again, if you know the teacher, that the district will place you there or that we can place you there, but we will do our best. Okay? You cannot be on a campus with an immediate relative. What is immediate? Your mom, your dad, brother, sister, your child. Okay? If your child is in a kindergarten classroom, first grade classroom, we will not place you on that campus. If you're have a relative that's a district level administrator, superintendent, or principal, we cannot place you in that district. Not a campus, that whole district. Can you have a job while clinical teaching? Yes, but clinical teaching is a full-time job. You're going to be there when the teacher gets there in the morning till the teacher leaves in the afternoon. You cannot leave to go to work. Okay, that is an unexcused absence. In looking at the calendars for the upcoming school year, it looks like August 17th. Around that time is whenever you're going to start your clinical teaching. And you're going to go by the school district calendar that you're placed in. So if they start August 29th, you'll start August 29th, not the A&M calendar. The attendance policy is right here. It's just like senior methods. It is a pass-fail course. You have one excuse absence, you make up that day. You have 70 days that you have to do. But if you have unexcused absences, you're going to add on. Okay? 3 unexcused absences is an unsatisfactory grade, and you'll have to repeat clinical teaching. Any questions about attendance? That is a huge thing to consider for the upcoming semester. One of the things to keep in mind is do not plan to take a vacation the day after graduation. Don't plan it yet, because if you get sick and you've already paid for that cruise and you have to make up those days to meet that 70 days, it's going to break someone's heart. Right. So let's make sure we get our 70 days in and all of those makeup days in before we plan something big. Your mandatory advising, we'll be a little flexible with this, with us moving and everyone trying to get in to see their advisor, but let's try it for that February 7th date. The next meeting with us will be March 27th. We will send details once everything is finalized. Passing that content certification exam Friday, May 1st. Okay, that's on your forms. You cannot clinical teach if you do not pass your certification test by that date. You will not be cleared for clinical teaching if you do not meet all of these criteria. You have to attend both of our meetings, your advising, passing your exam, submitting your application to us, or getting the information to our office or school district that's requesting a background check or your preferences, if you will. This is where this PowerPoint will be posted. This is our homepage, and that's the certification information web address. I'll leave this up if you want to jot that down or take a picture. Any questions so far? I know I'm going rather quick. I'm just trying to get us out of here. Okay, moving right along. Our upcoming career fair is going to be March 30th. As methods students, you are highly encouraged to attend. The information is online. Please register so that the recruiters will have your contact information ahead of time. That is the link to do so. We also have a host opportunity that includes a stipend, so there will be money involved. If you want to participate and help us with career fair, please write career fair at the top of your handout. It is a great opportunity to network. You will get to meet the school districts ahead of time. They look forward to having hostesses there. You work the event, and then you're done. We have a couple pre-event help days. It's not hard work, but they're going to remember you. Those districts will remember you. Our office will remember you, okay? It's great to put on a resume that you did this. So again, if you're interested in helping with the event on March 30th, write career fair at the top of your form for us. Our office is moving today to 211 Harrington. So if you have questions during your senior methods break, come on in. We can try to help you with whatever those may be. There's our phone number and our email address, along with on Facebook. We do post jobs on Facebook quite often. So I know Facebook is kind of fading away, but that's what we're using at the moment. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Yes.
I thought the career fair moved to April 8th, or a different date.
No, ma'am. Ours will be March 30th. You guys will also have one in the fall whenever you're clinical teaching. That date just has not been set up yet. The one in the fall will be mandatory. The one in the spring, it would be great for you to have that experience under your belt to come in and do some interviewing and some networking with the districts ahead of time. Okay, any other questions? Could you pass your papers to your left? We do have some free things in Heaton Hall. Since we're moving, we have lots of t-shirts, bags, pens, lots of goodies. If you guys want any, you are welcome to come to Heaton Hall, grab whatever you would like. Once the forms are sent over, please place them in the chair, and you are dismissed. Thank you.